Hey there, English students. In this video, we're going to look at indefinite and definite articles like a in the phrase point to a chair and the in the phrase point to the table. What's the difference between these two articles? When do we use one? When do we use the other? And why don't we use articles in certain phrases like point to me? Very basic lesson. This is something we teach in the very first class here at the school. If you want to come watch a class, you're more than welcome to join us. Come on over. So let's take a look here at these phrases, talk about these articles, and practice your pronunciation. All right? So the first phrase, we have point to a chair. You're in the classroom and the teacher says point to a chair. That means you can point to any chair in the classroom. Okay? This is indefinite. An indefinite article, it means nothing has been defined yet. You don't have to point to a specific chair. Any one of the chairs is fine. So, articles are simply determiners, which means they're a type of adjective that we use to modify nouns, like chair and table. Okay? So generally when we have a noun, we have a modifier before it, if we're referring to a group of objects or if we're referring to a specific or unique object. So I can say point to a chair, point to a light, point to a door. We have two doors here. Point to a window, any one of the windows. Point to an air conditioner, any one of the air conditioners. Okay? This is indefinite. Sometimes you see it with an N, and that's when we have a vowel instead of a consonant is the first letter of this word. So here we have the word chair, which starts with the letter C. It's a consonant. But if it started with a vowel, like the word apple, we would say an apple, or an elephant, an Indian, an octopus, an umbrella. Basic phonics there for you, okay? So, if it has a vowel, we add an N before N. That's it. Nothing complicated, right? But here we're referring to the chair, which has a consonant, so we use A. That's the only difference. Now, if we're pointing to a specific object like the table, there's only one table in the classroom, then I would say point to the table. It's unique here to this classroom. Point to the sun. We only have one sun. Okay? Now, there are times when we have a group of objects and we're specifying one of them. So, for example, I could say point to a chair and you point to one. We have 30, 40 chairs here. You point to one of those chairs. Then I say point to the chair. All right? Or I can use another verb here, walk. Walk to the chair that you pointed to. We have a group of chairs. You chose one by pointing to it, so now we're referring to that specific chair. It's defined, it's definite, the definite article. All right, that's it. Very simple, very straightforward, nothing complicated here. However, when we're referring to nouns, if it's a personal noun, like someone's name, or the name of a place, things like this, we don't use the article. So you don't want to say point to the David, like we do in Portuguese. Language like Portuguese, we put an article before someone's name. Aponte para o David, right? But in English, we don't do this. So you don't say point to the David. You can say point to the teacher, point to a student, walk to the student that you pointed to, right? So all of these would be perfectly acceptable. If you're using a personal noun referring to someone's name or the name of something, you don't generally use an article. There are some exceptions, okay? But in general, you don't do that. So you'd say point to David, walk to David, touch David, punch David, kick David, all right? So, then, when we use a pronoun like me, And you don't need to use an article either. Point to me. Point to yourself. Okay? So, in some phrases, we don't use any article at all. And this happens in English. You just have to make sure you know when to use it and when not to use it, because there are some exceptions to these phrases here. Okay? I think that's pretty much it. I hope you found this lesson helpful. If you have questions, please leave them in the comments below. Leave your feedback as well. Tell us how we can improve these videos, what you want to learn about in the next and upcoming videos, because my goal is to help you become an English maven so you can speak with the world. That's why I'm here every day recording these videos for you. So I hope you found it helpful. Let us know how we can help you even more. If you found it helpful, please share this video on Facebook or YouTube or social accounts to help us spread the word to other people who want to learn English as well, other people who want to become English makers. And you can also help sponsor these videos through our Patreon page. I appreciate it very much. I hope to see you in the next video where we'll be talking about prepositions like in, on, and under, lesson 2 in the classroom. I think it'll be fun. So, I'll see you there. Have a great day, and bye-bye.